Hi, let's do some math. Today we're on lesson 14, day 4. And again, our objective is I can make a 10 to add more easily. Can you say that with me? I can make a 10 to add more easily. Nice. So we've been doing that instead of just counting on, we have been making 10s. So I would like for you to be in your next page of your colored workbook. And you should see it says practice together, make a 10 to add, and it's going to have this 8 plus 6 right here, and we're going to be looking at that. So pause the video until you have that, and then you can move on. So what can you do in the first set of 10 frames to get what's shown on these 10 frames? So look right here. What did they do? Well, we have our 5, 6, 7, 8 plus our 6. So we're adding 8 and 6. While we add our 8 and 6, we could say 8 and then go 9, but we're not doing that this week. This week we are making a 10. So how do I go about making a 10? I'm going to move from my 6, move them up here to fill in that 10 frame, like that. So now I have a new problem. Did I add any in there? Did I put any more on the board? No. Did I take any weight off of the board? No, I just moved how many? 2 of them, didn't I? So now I have the new problem is what? How many's here? 10, and how many's here? Plus 4. What is 10 plus 4? Yeah, it's 14. So if 10 plus 4 is 18, when I moved these to make a 10 and regroup them, now I've got, that tells me that 8 plus 6 equals 14. And that's the example on the top page. I'm looking at mine over here to the side. All right, so now we're going to work on doing 8 plus 7. All right, so 8 plus 7, let me move this back. So that means I need one more on here, don't I? So here's my 8 plus 7. Do you see that? Put your finger on number 1 in your workbook page. Good. So 8 plus 7. So they've already moved them over, haven't they? Here's my 8, here's my 7. So I'm going to take my yellow ones out of my 7 and move those to make a 10. So now what's my new problem? We have 10 plus 5. So you can be filling this in. The first one, you're going to have 8 plus 7 equals 10. You're going to write in that 7 because that's what our original problem was. Now we have this one, which we've regrouped it, reorganized it to where now it is 10 plus 5. What is 10 and 5? You know that. Yes, you do. Good. It's 15. So you're going to write that in. So if 10 plus 5, where we just move those over there, is 15, then that means our 8 plus 7 equals 15. Awesome. Let's go to our next page. All right, our next one, instead of using the 10 frames, it's using a number path. So I've sort of written this out, much like the number path is, and this is going to be the problem of 7 plus 7. So if I've got 7 plus 7, we need to draw the jumps to show how to use that make a 10 strategy. So if I start at 7, right here, and I want to make it over here to 10, I'm going to draw my arrow to where it goes over here. Did you do that on your paper? Good. How many hops over did we get to make 10? Let's look. Remember, we don't count what this is on because it's already there. 1, 2, 3. Good. So we have 7 plus 3 gives us our 10. write that in. Now we have now we need to hop until we're going to finish. So I've got to think about that. If my 7, I started with 7 and I'm adding 7. So I'm going to take this 7 and I'm going to split it. I already split it into 3 because there's my 3 there. 3 plus what gives us 7? 4. So now I've got to go 4 more spaces. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to end up right here. So I draw my hop over there. There. So see, there's that 3 I did. And now I've got 4. So now I have 10 plus 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. And what is 10 and 4? We just figured that out. It's 14. So when I made a 10, I had a new problem of 10 plus 4 equals 14. So if I didn't change anything and I'm still working with these numbers, that means 7 plus 7 equals 14. Oh, lots of practice with this we'll need, isn't it? Won't we? Okay, good. So why are the sums the same? 7 plus 7 is 14 and 10 plus 4 is 14. Do we have the same amount? We do. We just organized it in a different way, didn't we? All right. So adding on to that, I want you to look at this. I have 7 plus 5, and I'm going to make a 10. So without the number path or the 10 frames, if you're ready for this, check this out. Can you do it here? You can always go back and double check. I'm going to split up this 5 to help me out. So if I'm going to make a 10, what do I put with 7 to make a 10? 3, right? So there's my 3. Okay? Now I've made my 10. What in 3, does that look like a number bond? 3 plus what gives us 5? Did you say it? 2. 3 and 2 make 5. So now I've made my 10 with that 7 and 3. It's here. So I've used this one. Now I've got this one to use. So 10 plus 2 equals 12. So that means 7 plus 5 equals 12. Oh my goodness gracious, blow your mind? Are you getting it? You need more practice. Rewind and do this again. Over and over again. Choose some other numbers. Have someone at home help you. Choose some other numbers and you can do it. You are able to use a path. You are able to use 10 frames. And you can always count on to double check your answer. Do you have linking cubes at home, like 2 different colors? You can use those, okay? Or even all the same color, however you want to do that. But you count them out and get them done that way, okay? So your assignment is going to be in your practice and problem solving workbook, the black and white one. You want to look at pages 127 and 128. And I'm going to be looking, when you send those pictures to me, I'm going to be looking for you. I want to see everything is filled in. And I think on some of them, oh, no. I want to see where you draw it in and you choose your way you're going to do it. If you like one way better than the other, if it makes more sense to you, do it that way also and see how you can do it. Like if the number path works really well for you, use your number path, but try and figure it out on the 10 frames. If the 10 frames are the way you rock, awesome, but try it on that number path and see how they work together, how they're doing the same thing, you're just showing it different ways. So where there's a number path, I'm going to expect to see the arrows drawn. And where there's a 10 frame, I'm going to expect to see where you have drawn in the other pieces. Okay? I look forward to it. Happy math!